It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like Virgil. Cause when I write raps, it's beyond your price tag. He's a waste of man.
Look at that. And welcome to Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx and the Z is Silent Wrestling Show. I am a host. Hold on. Hey, yo, Mike Knoxxx. It's a day because guess what, people? Get your depressing asses offline. He's gonna kick out at 2. There's still time. And just for the record, hold on, there it is, guys. Got my toothpick. And as he calls himself Big Kips in the chat, y'all know the Belt King ain't never shy. I had to bring out the classic Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship when this belt mattered. You see the F on here. You see the F. My belt is authentic and before their time, just like Scott Hall, priceless, people. But as always, this is Unpopular Review Wrestling Show. Around the Bloxxx, I'm your host, Mike Knoxxx. As I said, hey, yo, that is the Z is Silent. Hey, Dice, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, yo. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Dice Man, a.k.a. Mr. Z is Silent, a.k.a. Big Champ in the chat, Big Kith, for those not in the know, a.k.a. the District Attorney for the State of Pro Wrestling, a.k.a. your mama's favorite daddy, a.k.a. the one who will tell you that he hates it and won't be shy about it.
Well, as I said before, as you guys already know, I'm your fan's favorite fan and your hater's favorite hater because every fan got some hate inside of them, and so do you. Yeah, act like you don't have any hate, but you know you do. Deep down inside, you hate LeBron. Deep down inside, you hate Daniel Bryan. Deep down inside, you hate Roman Reigns until it became the ones. So, with that being said, we got a plethora of things. You know, I love that word, Dice. You know, I love that word. We got a plethora of things to talk about today. First and foremost, as I open up the show, and I'm going to show you to you one more time, we're going to talk about the best of that guy right there. Hell, Scott freaking Hall. Razor Ramon is why I got the toothpick in my mouth today. Okay, his favorite moments of all time. We're also going to talk about the injury, if you will, that took place to one Big E as he broke his neck. Jeff Hardy debuts in All Elite. As we know, WWE stands for We Get Ex-WWE Wrestlers. You know what it is. It's right there. All ex-WWE wrestlers. My apologies to the meme. And also today, it's a new game that came out. It's called WWE 2K22. And we're going to talk about that today. Why are you always so angry? As The Rock said to Triple H one day. It is always the week in wrestling as it happened. Raw, SmackDown, AEW, and then some. As always, Dice disappears from the screen. So I don't know where he went, but like to hear it, here it go. So a lot of things to discuss today. Like I said, the top Razor Ramon lines, shows, moments of all the times. So I don't want to be too much of a somber show today, Dice, because as you said coming on, and no offense to people out there with your well, I know what, I'm going to take offense to that.
It is, yeah.
I'm going to take offense to that. I don't want to hear rest in peace to someone who's not gone yet. I don't want to hear well, they pulled the plug, he's on life support. I don't want to hear that until I get the final word from the only physician we all can trust and know what's going to happen is him upstairs. Tell me that he's gone. Kevin Garnett told y'all, and if you don't remember, I'm going to let you know one more time. Anything is possible. So, with that being said, we're hoping he kicks out at 2. Dice, your thoughts on this whole, having hip surgery, 3 heart attacks having his hip surgery, which led us to this moment. That's the news we got out of the world today. Your thoughts on that?
Well, we got the news like last night.
Last night, yes.
We got the news last night. And, somebody falls. It's like, oh, it's Scott Hall. Like, he'd be okay. Like, he broke his hip. Like, he'll be fine. You know. And then it came out that the 3 heart attacks came, right after that. It was like, shit. Like, God, 3? Like 3 of them shits, man. Like, not gonna lie. Like, you don't realize how much you love a wrestler that's not been in the spotlight anymore until the possibility of them not being
there. Right.
Ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So it's I've been really sad today, and I've been on my Scott Hall reminiscent things. I'm looking at, of course, the Razor Ramon, the Razor versus Shawn, infamous, one of the greatest pure wrestling matches ever. And then, from the time his time at WCW, even his stint in TNA. Yeah. Well, at first, not the later times, but his first stint in TNA. So a lot of Scott Hall memories, and this also with you think that rappers or musicians and they have a really big following or a big community of fans,
right? But
the way that everybody comes together when a wrestler dies, is in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say dies, but is in critical condition with a possibility of death. To see so many fans come together and just talk positively about the impact that he had on not just professional wrestling, but to them personally in their lives, and seeing so many people meeting them and taking pictures and autographs and showing off their interactions with Scott Hall it's heartwarming to see, but for wrestling fans to come together at the expense of that, it hurts to be a wrestling fan. But it's good to be a wrestling fan to see the support that we lift up, our idols.
And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna lift him up. We're gonna put him on the pedestal that he should have already been on. We're giving his flowers to him, which we've known already. He already had his flowers from us, Dice. We've already benefited this guy. We've already known the greatness that comes with him. So, I mean,
if you are a professional wrestler and Scott Hall is not in your
top
list
10
of greatest,
I'll be honest with you. He should be in anybody's top. But here, you know what? I won't
say
go
15 to 20.
I won't go. I'll go 15 to 20. I would go there. I would go there because again, when it comes to wrestling, we have our favorites. Right? That doesn't mean that's the best necessarily, but they're your favorites. You know what I mean?
He doesn't crack my top 5.
He doesn't crack my top 10.
But
he's right in that 15 to 20. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'll agree with you on that.
So
here's to Scott Hall.
Yes, sir. So you got the word that they took him off officially.
They took him off of life support about 4 hours ago. That's the word from the Twitter machine, as they say. That's the good old Twitter word. They took him off of life support. So, like I said, we're going to celebrate him today, and I want to do that. And I actually want to save that. Do you think we should save that for later in the show, or just go right into the weekend wrestling?
Let's go. Let's save that because I don't want to.
Because we normally go into the week of wrestling first. Okay.
It was a good week. It was a really good week of wrestling.
Go ahead. You go ahead and speak on it. You go ahead and speak on it.
Good week of wrestling. Like Raw was okay. It was good. It was good. I was a little surprised.
So this past week
that it ended
a blur.
I was surprised that it ended the way that it did, and I was surprised that SmackDown ended the way it did as well.
We talked about that on SmackDown on Friday. You missed it with myself and the wrestling dog. I can't wait to talk about SmackDown because I got to gripe us. It's always something at the fans. So, but go ahead.
We got the official Stone Cold news that he's going to be on the KO show.
Yes.
Which segues into one of the topics of today is when legends make these appearances to Mania, these one-offs to where they're not doing a match, but it's it's an interference type thing or an interview falling apart. Does this taint their legacy a bit?
No, to me, this is you know what this is? This is Texas. This is 2 night of the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time. That they have to do something for Texas to open up. Remember New Orleans at 30, Rock, Sluck Slogan, and Austin and HBK, right?
Yeah, but you're looking at
but that was
out of all those.
My point was that
the Rock is still cut like
my
a bag of dope.
No, but my thing was
he's been lifting bricks all his life.
Well, he's called a rock, as my son would say. He's like a rock. He
looks like he can still go in the ring at any given time when somebody drops a quarter.
Absolutely.
And then those other guys,
the real tribal
like
chief,
suck and win.
The real tribal chief,
they suck and win like a motherfucker. And like when you're not in shape and you're way past that prime, like in a way, to me, in my opinion, it taints your legacy a little bit because
we can't wait to celebrate with you, Charmaine, on 40. We got you, girl.
The conversation of, well, if this person was in their prime, yeah, it's cool, but there's no big 3 league of professional wrestling.
No. But that's what makes this, again, this is an opening act kind of a thing. We know Austin's not wrestling, okay? This is going to be, because Kevin Owens can go, you know that. Kevin Owens can sell, and Kevin Owens can talk. So this is to get the crowd hyped for day one. That's why they said this is WrestleMania Saturday. I guarantee you this probably opens up the show. If not, it's close right behind it. This is all fan favorite. And I'm gonna say this much. I think it kicks it off, and it's still bigger news than Jeff Hardy. Still bigger news than Jeff Hardy. And I have nothing against the Hardy Boys. We'll talk about AEW.
You see this?
Yeah.
The needle didn't move.
And not for Jeff Hardy.
The needle didn't move.
Oh, no. Only needle can move for AEW is them getting Bray Wyatt. That's facts. Okay.
I think it could move a little bit with maybe a Braun.
Braun's in your thing.
I control your narrative. But if they were,
I don't think Braun would have moved the needle.
I think he would. I think he would have moved it more than Jeff Hardy.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest for my Jersey Shore fans. Let's be honest. Okay. Grenade whistle. I bought his t-shirt on clearance. WWE gave him every push there could be to be the strongest guy there. This man brought down a Titantron, and it still didn't have fans like him. I'm just saying. So I love the moniker Monster Among Men, but Braun Strowman's not moving the needle either. Bray Wyatt moved that needle. But again, you're talking about Raw from last week, and you do have your new tag team champions, which to me tells me 100% Randy's turning, because Randy starts talking about the whole, I'm going to use the F word, something I haven't used before. You're my friend. Oh, yeah, that means you're going to get RKO'd. You don't even know it. But as I said, I still predict, because it's different, that RK Bro gets broken up because Matt Riddle turns on Orton. It makes it different because Orton's always turning on his partners. Who has Orton, other than Legacy, putting a thumbs down, which I had, not Legacy, I apologize. Evolution. I had my Legacy head on today. I had to go get an oil change. So I had my Legacy head on, so it was in my brain. I like Legacy, by the way. When you like something in WWE, when you like something in wrestling, you buy the merch. If you don't buy the merch and your guys get kicked off of fire, that's your fault because you didn't buy no merch. Okay. Hurt Business fans. Hurt Business is gone because you didn't buy the shirts. You said they look tacky. I bought one. So well, it looked tacky. It was straight out of Master P collection. Anywho, Raw was pretty good. As I'm reading it, I'm remembering. I do remember because when they lost that match, Kevin Owens, and he calls out, he responds to Austin tonight as well. That's going to happen tonight. I did not like seeing Alpha Academy look so shush. I will buy that shirt so I can wear it around my kids. Shush. Okay, but overall, even what's his name? Damian Priest.
I was upset we didn't get AJ's backlash, but I understand it because he got beat down by Edge, so we'll probably get him tonight.
Right, we will get that tonight. And I was mad we didn't get that last week either, but again, I was playing WWE 2K22, which we have a review about that later today. Okay, I was playing that. All right, here it is, guys. My gamer tag is the game V1, all capital letters, space between the and game, or at Mike Knoxxx, space between Mike and Knoxxx V1. I'm never online anymore. And I'm going to say something. This is this man's fault right here. And I'm gonna just say something here. I have never had more fun in wrestling since I went offline. I'm being honest. And just in gaming in general. Having
You're just in your own fucking world. You're in your own fucking world. Yeah. That's what I've been incognito for like the past month.
I think I'm going to get a PlayStation 5 just for that reason. I don't know none of you motherfuckers. And matter of fact, all you motherfuckers on PlayStation 5 never talk anyway. Because PlayStation
I still play my PS4 and I have one friend. That's you.
That's me. Well, you know, for Christmas, it was a little slow around the Knoxxx house this year. So I said, let me go ahead and wrap up my Spider-Man PS4 and give it to the kids like it's something new. They loved it. They're like, yes, Daddy, we got a PlayStation 4. I'm like, yeah, it's a Pro too. You know that, right? Yeah. And they got the new Miles Morales. What's up? Talk to me. Talk to me, baby. What's going on there, King Coley? Out here doing wrestling videos and shit. Yo, shout out to King Coley getting into wrestling. Going to actually go train to be a wrestler. I've done it. Fuck you.
The match hard as shit.
Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit. Oh, yeah, since we said fuck to somebody. Yo, Dave Meltzer and your stupid ass.
You wanting to die, Dave. You're a fucking piece of shit. Piece of shit.
There it is. There it is. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer. So, all right, after Raw, we did get NXT, which pissed off a lot of people.
That's what I want to get into. That's what I want to get into. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. I don't want to rant. I want to let you.
I'm a rant because it wasn't just friend of the program, Scott Thomas. Yeah, we called his name out, y'all. Go get him. Okay. It wasn't just Scott. It was his. It's the. How can I put this elegantly? Because this is the show, Unpopular Review, for the intelligent wrestling fan here on the BDSR networks, Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx, and the Z is silent. Which I don't get why the Z is silent because he never shuts the fuck up. Okay. I'm just going to say that. There is 3 wrestling fans in the world, 3 groups of wrestling fans. There is the pro WWE guy who don't give a fuck what you say. It's all about WWE. There's the anti-WWE fan who I like anything that ain't WWE. Fuck them. Then there's the fan I belong to, the pro wrestling fan, who at one point absolutely loved and adored WWE, but realized, like the anti-WWE fan, that they ain't shit and they don't give a fuck about me or you. I bought merchandise. I got belts. I got slammies. They still don't give a fuck about me. Okay? The black dollar, the black man, it don't matter. But guess what? I still watch all types of wrestling. Some I think are better than others. But at the end of the day, we know that wrestling means #wrestling is storyline. If you ain't got storyline, you ain't got wrestling. So we get to NXT 2.0, and everybody's all in a hissy fit. They got their wrestling thongs up their ass, because if you're a wrestler, you got to wear a thong, which is nasty. Another reason why I'm going to be a wrestler. Ain't nothing going up my ass, not even my wife's tongue. Nope, not for me. Complaining about Braun Breaker losing the title. So what? It's NXT. He was on Raw last week. More people saw him on Raw than they saw him lose that title last week. And I'm going to say this. I don't want to hear the bullshit about, well, they're supposed to be building stars. I've been trying to educate y'all for 14 years. Go back. I interviewed Scott Hall twice. I will share that interview later. I didn't want to share it during the show. Twice I've interviewed Scott Hall. I've interviewed Bret the Hitman Hart. And they told me I'm an intelligent wrestling fan. Ever since then, I've used that moniker. Okay? It's called The Chase. Some people are just better chasers. Austin, for what it was, Stone Cold, the guy y'all love so much that in 2 days is 316 day, which by the day today is Pie Day. That's 314 for a pie from Papa John's.
Did you just take my point? Did you just take my point from our text thread?
No, I don't know about our text thread, but I actually said that, and you said the same thing in different words than I said. And that's what I've been teaching you as well, as being an intelligent wrestling fan. That don't do it. You only get one. You only get one a show.
I'm not.
You only get one a show. Okay, but I've always said, what are the older wrestlers there for, Dice? What I've always said, what are the older wrestlers there for?
To guide, to bring
God and put other people over.
Yeah,
you can't always get over on the veterans who are established and not get somebody younger over. And as soon as we saw Braun Breaker and Ciampa on Raw, and he said that little snippet on Raw, did Dolph Ziggler, you need to watch him, not me. That told you right there he was losing the belt. So other than that, NXT, and I will say this, I never said it in like Nikki Lyons. I just said y'all need to stop being so damn thirsty for some ass. But damn, that ass is fat. Your thoughts on NXT?
The interaction she had with the black girl with the talk show.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, you heard I said bad guy Jack. Every pro wrestler wears a thong who wears tights. If they wear tights, they got a thong up their ass. Just saying. It's the truth. I hate to say this. All right, we're men. We're men. Okay, we've been in locker rooms. We've seen the guy. We all have that one guy in the locker room that thinks he can walk around the bucket. Dude, can you put the shirt on for me, please? Like, what the fuck? Okay, I've been in wrestling locker rooms, all too confident, all too many, and all I see is thongs when they wear them tights. You know, I'm talking about like the underwear tights. They wear thongs, or they don't wear nothing at all. So that's all I'm saying. Get your wrestling thong out your ass. Go ahead, man. Don't get me into my thong raise. The thong. Charmaine like that. Oh, her birthday's on 3/16. Duh. I didn't put that together.
Well, that
Dolph winning was surprising, but will Braun gonna have his moment on Saturday? I think so. Okay, thank you. I think Braun. I want everyone to send me a video with my happy. I will do that, Charmaine. Dyson, you send Charmaine a video birthday shout out.
Give me $1.
Oh, shut up. He's stupid. I got you, Charmaine.
Listen, everything like
come on.
The problem with the complaining of NXT, right? You want some shit to surprise you, and then when the shit surprises you, you don't like the fucking surprise. Oh, wrestling's too predictable. I knew, like, if he would beat Dolph Ziggler's ass, you would have been like, I knew he was going to win anyway. I don't know why Dolph in there anyway.
Exactly.
So, do you want to be? I said this before. Do you want to be right and mad, or do you want to be surprised and mad?
Now, this is the first time you actually said that, but I understood it. Go ahead.
like, if I get some shit that happens, right? Like when Hogan turned, you were mad that it was Hogan that turned, but at some point in time, you realized like WCW was stale and they needed a shot in the arm.
They needed a shot in the arm.
So yes, you're mad that the babyface Hogan turned.
Damn right, you Charmaine.
Like, you're happy because like we got some of the best storylines we've ever seen in professional wrestling.
What did you just say?
Who? Man, listen, you gotta gripe with that man. I'm gonna say his motherfucking name. His name is motherfucking Hulk Hogan.
His name is Hulk Slogan. Shit, I can't even say it right now. His name is Hulk Hogan. I spelled that with 4 Ks. Okay, that's how racist his ass is. At a 4th. Did I spit in your face? I did. Right through the microphone, through the camera.
I need you to focus. I need you to focus right now.
I'm here. I'm sorry. Get these lights out of my face. God, right.
In all reality, Braun Breaker, he's
Breaker's the future. Braun Breaker is the future.
He's a boring fucking champ. He's a boring champ.
I love Braun Breaker.
Let's call it what it is. He's a boring champ. Can you name somebody? We're gonna get into. We're gonna get to.
Which is up next. I got something. You gotta hear what I gotta say.
He doesn't have the personality yet.
I love Braun Breaker.
He needs to.
But you're right. He is dull.
If he's gonna, and this is why he is both coins of his dad and his uncle.
And his uncle. Yes, he is.
He
wrestles like his uncle. I mean, he wrestles like his dad, but he talks like his uncle.
But now he needs the attitude of his uncle because he doesn't have the personality right now. And if he develops that mean streak personality that his uncle had, then I think it turns into a much better champion and a chaser, as opposed to just being a good chaser. But other than that, right now, the stars, my 2 stars of NXT are Carmelo Hayes and fucking
Carmelo Hayes
LA
is the
Knight.
man.
LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes are my 2 MVPs of that shit.
Oh, and by the way, side note, well, I save it for WWE 2K. Go ahead.
Okay. Also, I mean, like 5 reasons I'm watching NXT, and none of them had to do with Braun Breaker. None of them had to do with Braun Breaker.
None of them? Okay, go ahead. That's good.
None.
The
Carmelo,
fact you been watching NXT
LA Knight,
me off. I ain't gonna front.
Carmelo, LA Knight, Toxic Attraction.
What's the that's what I call them. Attraction.
What's the Spanish group? What's the Spanish group?
Oh, I can't pronounce Las La Flamin. I know you're talking about the little Mexicans.
Yeah. Them. Because the dude reminds me of
LaFazum. I can't pronounce it.
Latazium Phantasmo.
Yeah, it's like loud. It's long.
Yeah. It's long as shit.
Yeah.
Them, and then I want to see.
We're not rocking Matitisis.
And then I like seeing,
Snoop
honestly,
said, 2
I
plus
like
2
seeing.
means
God
2 plus
damn it! Can I talk?
Well, shit. I just dropped my toothpick. Go ahead.
I keep stuttering because you keep cutting me off trying to get my 5 points out. I got one more point, and you keep cutting me off. Can I finish? Are you finished? Are you finished? Can somebody ask him? Is he finished?
Are you finished or you done?
I'm done now because I don't even need the point now.
My bad. I apologize. You were just making good points. I was, I was rah-rahing you, dog. I was being your guy. That's all. He said, la 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 bumba. What? La bumba. La 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 bumba. That's racist. Z had it. Z, what did he have? I fucked him up. I forgot. Shit. Scott Thomas in the program. Oh, you coming here late. Anywho, on the Wednesday, on the AEW.
Very enjoyable. The one thing that I'm pissed off about is the dissolution of the Inner Circle. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Inner Circle should have been broke up, bro. But no, fuck you.
That's the Inner Circle sign. What do you mean?
Okay.
I was
all right.
Yeah.
My bad. I love you too. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to cut you off, and that's time I meant to do that on purpose. Not on purpose, but King Vaughn Jr. 720 in the Twitter is finally on in the show, so the tweets will be coming out now. Welcome, King Vaughn Jr. 720. Go ahead, guys.
Nice for you to join us. Yeah, no, I thought the 2.0 just doesn't serve as guys that, like Inner Circle. I felt like at one time, all of those guys could have held all the belts in AEW, right? And that's what you kind of want out of a faction.
Mm-hmm.
You want your whole faction
at some point.
At some point, and Inner Circle didn't do that. And I felt like after they had the Hager and Jericho versus Santana and Ortiz, I thought that after they got that out of the way, they were gonna regroup, get back stronger, and then go after some gold, because Jericho's he's now not Bruiser Brody heelish anymore. So I figured, like, all right, he might be trying to go after the belt again. But 2.0 doesn't strike me as a tag team that is better than Santana Ortiz at all. So it was very questionable, but it's Jericho, so I'm gonna trust his mind. But to call it the Jericho Appreciation Society just means it just sounds like it's just a bunch of dudes sucking his dick because he's Jericho.
Whoa. So Scorpio Sky winning the belt. Is that them throwing black folks a bone, or was that supposed to happen?
You know what? Scorpio Sky, I love him and Ethan Page.
I love him. First of all, I love me some Ethan Page. I think Ethan Page is a star.
They are really good. But it was unexpected. It was I don't know if it was a bone.
It should have been happened to me, Dice.
It should have been happened, but after a while, Sammy's had a good run. He's had a really good run. And it probably was time. So yeah, but
Thunder Rosa's not winning that belt. Thunder Rosa is not winning that belt, Michael Smith. I don't see that happening. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only person that should take the title off of Britt Baker should be Thunder Rosa. But I think she holds that belt. This is crazy. They're trying to establish AEW. They want to have records and win these bullshit ass fucking wrestling, Pro Wrestling Illustrated awards that don't matter for shit, because that damn sure she shouldn't have won all the matches that she won that award for. I don't see her losing that belt until Jay Cardell. I'm dead ass. What are your thoughts on that, Dice? As I read these comments real fast.
Do you think
Charmaine, I met Mercedes Martinez.
You think Jade and Britt Baker are due for a clash?
No. I think that's how long she's going to hold it until it's time for a clash with Jay Cardell. I don't think Britt Baker loses to anybody. Nobody on that roster other than Thunder Rosa can even be legitimate champion, in my opinion. I'm being dead honest. Huh?
Not even Ruby. I
told you before, I hate Ruby. Let me rephrase that. I don't hate Ruby Riott. I think she's super average. There's nothing special about Ruby Riott at all, in my opinion. 2.0 was never going to be a big deal at Jericho. I'm confused.
No, you don't want no.
Isn't two? Hold on, 1 second, Nice. Is he talking about the Inner Circle? Or is he talking about NXT 2.0? I'm confused.
2.0, the group 2.0.
Okay. I got thrown off. My bad. Go ahead.
No, so like they don't strike me like you downgrade it. You You don't downgrade from Santana Ortiz to 2.0. Like, no, that's if you're gonna call it the Jericho Appreciation
throwing black
Society,
folks a bone.
like obviously there's guys that just don't have it, and they're just, you know, like it's stupid to me, but I'm just gonna be optimistic about it. So
Sammy is knocking off Toy Conti. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yes,
Which, by the way, I thought he had a fat. What did he just have a wife that was pregnant not too long ago? And now he's knocking off Ty Conti. Because I'm like, yo, and I ain't saying this because she was pregnant.
They engaged.
Yo, yeah. He was with some fat chick. And all of a sudden, 3 months later.
She wasn't fat. We don't body shame here. We don't body shame here.
Listen, I'm a fat guy. Don't have me take my shirt off again. I do it.
God.
I do it. I do it. Don't you see it coming up? You see it coming.
Oh God.
I do it. Don't make me do it.
Oh God.
My shirt I got on, Shad would be embarrassed by me. He wasn't pregnant. I thought he had a baby on the way. I see that right there by Wale. I thought she was pregnant. Anyway, it don't matter. He messing with Dice. One of Dice's favorites, Toy Conti, right now. And Toy Conti is a nice one. Not saying I like it, but Jericho will make these guys more relevant. Steve chimes in, hey, nobody gives a damn. Steve, you're like the diabolical hater, which is Dice, when it comes to AEW. I swear to God, you are such a fucking hater of AEW. I almost said WCW. Ethan Wale chimes in. Ethan Page and Josh Alexander can rock. Jason Campbell, Michael Campbell, I'm sorry. There's nothing special about 2.0 and Daniel Garcia either. Britt is losing to Thunder Rosa in San Antonio. You know what? It is in San Antonio. Now, I'm not trying to be racist, okay? But the Juan Deers might come out in San Antonio. I'm just saying. She might win that match. I'm still on the belief if CM Punk can lose in Chicago, Thunder Rosa ain't safe in San Antonio. All right? That's all I'm saying.
I think moving down the card.
Hold on, let me get through these comments real fast, Dice. Hold that thought. Let me get through these comments. Nah, I don't. What did it say? Read that, Dice. I can't see. I don't see.
I don't see her holding the belt to the summer. No way. She either loses to Rosa or she loses during the middle of spring.
Okay. Next one.
It's not a hot girl summer. I'm not reading all these. I'm going to the next thing.
Well, Britt will be your queen. Well, that's your goddamn job. Do your job. You're the smart one. Hold on.
You don't ever pay attention to the comments, and then you ask me to start talking, and then you want me to stop talking and read the comments.
I do. First of all, me and you are still kind of new at doing this together. I like to talk first and then read the comments. You are not in the chat with me, so you don't see the comments. So I get to the comments so I can comment. You will see the comments before me because we're talking. We're building here. I know what they're doing over there. I know what they're doing over there. But we're trying to build right here, my God.
This is the point. This is the point. You can't go back on a topic that you talked about 20 minutes ago.
Well, I wouldn't do that. But
it's null and void. We don't care no more.
Listen, I still care about the fans. And the fans are commenting, so I'm going to put their questions, their comments, or rather, if you will, comment below. Let me know, as Jeremy Johnson say in the chat. You see this belt right
here? We no.
There it is. You can.
It's upside down. Clearly, you haven't held a belt to the camera like your boy. Look at it. Look at it.
I got it upside down.
I just told you that.
I can't hear shit you was saying. You're muted or something.
What? All right. Moving on. We moving on?
Anywho, can you hear me now?
We moving on? Oh, we moving? I can hear you.
I don't hear you, Dice.
What?
I do not hear you, Dice.
Are we moving? Can you not hear me?
Hear me, but I don't hear you.
What?
I'm gonna remove you. Come back in. Just come back in. I don't hear you. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna have Dice come back in. Let's see if I can add him back. There you go. I hear you now.
What?
No, I don't hear you.
What?
There you go.
Get it right.
Motherfucker, it ain't my fault. Don't blame me.
What are you doing?
Blame StreamYard.
Hey, are you good? Are you good?
I can fucking hear you, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Moving on. I thought.
Hey, Derek Mitchell chimes in. I think AEW is so
Charmaine, I'm gonna need you to stop with that. I don't understand why you gotta hate so much.
You gonna leave
No,
Charmaine
I don't know.
alone.
She gotta leave me alone. I don't understand so much with the hate. Ever since I came on this partnership, it's all hate against me, all love against you. You can tell her ass that the sky is green and it's raining snails out there, bitch. She be like, yeah, Mike, you right. It is green as a motherfucker out there. Sky blue as shit.
Hold on. Oh, Scott Hall passed away?
I'm trying to get on Twitter to fucking
I'm there right now. You just what's wrong with your internet?
No, you keep going. This is what I do.
What the fuck are you doing then?
I'm looking.
Shit. Don't make me go ahead and type it in. I don't want to talk about this, man. I can't deal with Scott Hall passing. Yeah,
let's go. Let's keep going. All right. Next subject.
All right,
I thought the interaction between best asses in AEW, man.
And AEW. All right, but the best looking woman in AEW will be motherfucking Paige Van Zandt. Facts.
I do love me some Paige Van Zandt.
I love me some Paige Van Zandt.
Officially signed her contract on Ty Conti's ass.
Shut up. That was so sexy.
That was great. That was great.
Mercedes Martinez will never win that title.
She's there to enhance.
Yeah,
talent.
She would never win that title.
She's a vet. She's a 39-year-old woman. She might get a TBS joint, but
hold on. Do you see the comment? We're not fighting.
This is what we do.
This is regular. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you. This is conversation. We got two picks. Hold on. No, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna throw that bitch in the screen later. Not yet.
I got a small window between this light that I could possibly hit it. You know what? No,
it doesn't matter if the former fiance was an alternative for Ty Conti. The last two in the ring proposals did not work out with John Cena and Nikki Bella. Listen, first of all, I watched Total Divas. That was all set up from the beginning. All right. Once John Cena gave her ass a contract to live in his house, they weren't getting married. So, just telling you that right now. All right. Just telling you that right now. All right. Oh, boozy. That was what I was talking about earlier. Shit. There it is.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
I like me some Hobbs.
He had a really good interaction finally with Keith Lee. And I thought that was great. The one thing that I did not like, and I know that everybody's for this shit, I do not care for Bryan Danielson.
Okay, you probably paused right there. That was the yak.
That was me. That was me trying not to say Daniel Bryan, and I forgot which name comes first.
Okay,
and which one gets the sun at
first
the
of all,
end.
you know what his fucking name is? Daniel Bella. Because she came out at Royal Rumble doing Yes Chance.
I'm not disrespecting.
There's no disrespect towards him. She's bigger than him. She's more popular than him. She's like Giselle is bigger than Tom Brady. I'm just saying it what it is.
I don't think at this point that she is bigger than Tom Brady. But that's not.
She makes more fucking money.
This may be true. I don't think Tom gives a fuck. Tom.
What?
Tom.
Dennis Gonzalez? Paige Van Zandt. I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Dice may get mad at me. I'm going to become a bougie ass. There is nothing sexy facial wise about Dr. DMD Britt Baker. Britt Baker is not all that sexy in the face. If you think she's sexy in the face, then that's the kind of girl you met at the beach somewhere. You met her at like Fort Lauderdale on spring break. You thought she was crude in what she was because you was drinking. Maybe popped a Molly or two. Britt Baker is not ugly. That's not what I'm saying. But she is not fine. She is not Trish Stratus level. She's not Stacy Keibler level. She's not that pretty. She's just an average chick, and you guys don't get laid. Simple as that. What we got here? No fans. Oh, you put that up there. Mercedes Martinez. Yeah, that's the problem why she won't win, Charmaine. She's 42 years old. Derek Johnson will never marry Nikki Bella. He was pump faking too much. Absolutely. He made her sign a contract, live in a house. I don't care about crying and dancing. Even there you go. Making fun of Daniel. So, hold on. I see your picture there. You got Britt Baker. Oh, you're a Britt Baker. You're a Britt Baker, Mark. It's okay. Speak the truth, Knoxxx. That's all I ever do. That's all I ever do.
See, this is the problem with the comments. We don't know what you was talking about, so therefore I can't combat it about you speaking any truth because I'm pretty sure it's a lie.
What truth he talking about?
All them women is makeup and hair extensions. If you don't know, look at Carmella's Twitter because she got her extensions ripped out of her head. There was bald spots everywhere in the middle of her shit, bleeding.
I'm sorry. I'm bleeding. Bald spots. Did somebody say Sasha Banks? Did somebody say Sasha Banks?
Listen, Don't sit up there. I don't want. Don't sit up there and act like if Britt
How
Baker
many times
wasn't going.
how many times have we
Don't
seen
act like
Sasha
Britt
Banks?
Baker wouldn't throw you some pussy. You gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go jack off.
No. I didn't say I would kick her out of the bedroom. I would kick Deirdre out of the bedroom.
Oh, that bitch better make me a sandwich and lock the door behind her.
You would hit Dewdrop.
Hell no, I'm hitting Nia Jax. I want all that. Come over here, let me tussle with that.
They're about the same damn size.
Listen, nah, Jax is bigger.
Oh, there it is.
I want all
just in case you don't know, I always spit the truth, but they go the truth. I was spitting.
Again with the hate every show. I don't know why I keep coming back here every Monday. Every Monday between you, Vaughn, and Charmaine. All y'all want to do is hate. You gotta hate your heart, let it out. Every time I'd have a point. Y'all just say,
no offense. That's because you Haitians like them big girls. I'm just saying.
You call me a Haitian?
No, I'm talking about Wally's comment. Wally's Haitian. I'm just African.
Nah, man. Sometimes you want to challenge, man. Sometimes you want to challenge. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna talk about your wife Sasha because Sasha be having bald spots. Okay, Dice will tell you I will get on Sasha's hair on her wig in a heartbeat. I'll be like, yo, bro, you not see how bad that we be? Anyway, on the SmackDown. All right, I love Butch. I said this in the chat we had.
Shit sound like a fucking dog.
Listen, Butch is a better name. Butch. Let me rephrase this. I like Pete Dunne. I watch NXT. So I've already accepted the bruiserweight Pete Dunne to be that guy. But I stand by this when I say this, wrestling fans. Fuck you crying about? Please say what the fuck you crying about. No wrestling fan know who the hell Pete Dunne is. So they introduce him as Butch. And a group with Sheamus isn't bad. The only thing bad about this group right now, and I'm going to say this as I take the toothpick back in my mouth.
What they did to Big E.
Hollins should not, listen, wrestling fans. I know you don't like when I say this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Seth Rollins went through it about Sting. Y'all hated Seth Rollins for a while there when it came to Sting, when he heard Sting. It's in the business. I guarantee you he feels worse than how you can talk about him online. I guarantee you he feels worse because he just took the food out of somebody else's mouth. And he could have really hurt him. He could really killed him. The same way Owen Hart, may he rest in peace, made the mistake on Stone Cold. Shit happens. It's wrestling. It's part of the territory. Okay? I'm sorry that he went through that. Our prayers are with Big E and his injury. Your thoughts so far? Go ahead.
The Pete Dunne thing.
See, she said I got love for you.
It sucks. It sucks, right? It sucks on both helms of the stratosphere. The crazy thing is, Big E had the interview on Breakfast Club 4 months ago saying that I have to trust that you won't break my neck.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Twitter will always foreshadow and find that shit. But
you see here what Wally put up, he said that that's the rumors going around right now. The doctors are saying that he can't wrestle again. I've heard that from so many wrestlers. I don't know. And if Big E had to retire today, I think he's in a better spot than he could be anywhere else in his career other than making it worse. He can go out on top. And what I honestly have to sit there and tell you that I would. That's
not going out on. He's going out on terms where he still has the better part of his health, but going off of every interview that he's had post title run, he was disappointed with that run. So that will be the one thing that he will forever have in his mind tainted is the fact that he had a disappointing title run.
How you know it's disappointing in his mind?
Because he said it.
What did he say to that? I missed that.
He said it. I can't give you the freaking internet link to the shit off the top of my head. I'm just saying.
What show was he on being interviewed? Okay, but I'm just saying, was this you typically don't do Twitter bullshit? But I'm just saying I've never seen it.
It wasn't on Twitter. It wasn't on Twitter. It was actually a Google, like a actual like.
I'll look for it later.
But I'm just saying.
I mean, it was disappointing, but it was his. I mean,
yeah, he said it. He said it was disappointing. So if he's gonna go, it's like somebody forcing you to go. Like Sting was forced out of the WWE because he could no longer compete
because of Seth Rollins.
So he didn't want to go out the way that he did. This is why he's doing what he's doing in AEW, so he can rewrite his last chapter.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to I mean, the same way that Edge can't come back to rewrite his last chapter. And everybody wants to go out on top. Tom Brady just came out of fucking retirement because he wants to rewrite his last chapter, even though he done got 8, 9, 10, 11 books. I'm tired of the Tom Brady books.
Never say he didn't say it, just ask where I didn't hear it. That's all. I wasn't doubting what he was saying.
But Butch, I get that WWE can do this. I get it. They can change his name in 3-4 months again if they want to. All he has to do is a promo, and that's it. And
I hope I didn't say while he was Haitian. I meant to say Nigerian. I thought I said Nigerian.
You said Haitian.
I apologize. He's definitely Nigerian. I've been drinking. Okay.
It sucks because like a name like Butch it doesn't make me think that he'll be a serious champion.
Mm-hmm.
Butch, that sounds like you're a lackey to somebody.
Well,
and in this case, Sheamus.
Who knew Pete Dunne before SmackDown? Let's be real. No one.
I mean, probably not people watching Fox on a regular and then decide they want to watch a pro wrestling.
That's my only point. That him being, I get that to the storyline, Butch isn't a bad name. The problem is he has no last name. And again, I look at guys who I love a lot. Your new NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler. So names can't hold you back. I think that's one of the reasons why I was holding him back. Derek Mitchell Thompson, D'Lo Brown, Draws, Samoa Joe, Tyson Kidd. It's happened in the business. It's unfortunately, but they know how the inherent risk involved in every time they get in the ring. Absolutely. Jason Campbell chimes in again. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, but I will never say that he is the GOAT because that's Joe Montana. Yes, I'm a 49ers fan, clearly, because Joe Montana had been surpassed.
He been surpassed.
Where did it say that Hall of Fame Scott Hall officially passed away?
I didn't see it.
I don't see it either. No. Okay, I think because they assume that he's off life support.
Keep bigging him up.
Right,
we're gonna keep bigging him up.
I watch NXT UK, so I've known him since listen, you watch wrestling, Dennis. I'm talking about the crowd that you see at NXT. What Booker T said about AEW. What mama, what kids knew who he was. That's all I'm saying. Unless Pete Dunne was not a household name that you can't change his name to Butch. They're not changing Sheamus's name to Butch Mantel. They're not doing that. You know what? I'm not going to call you Dolph Ziggler anymore. We're going to call you Bob Backlund. That's not happening. That's the only point I'm trying to make here. Soul Brother chimes in. W2K2 came.
The whole game is outdated.
Outdated. Dunn is in the game. Listen, we will
the
talk
whole
about that
game
in a second.
Is outdated.
We'll talk about that in a second as well. Butch is as long list of names that have been changed in wrestling history. There are too many on the list. And as bad guy Jack chimed in, Butch was the dog from Tom and Jerry. I don't see what the fuck that got to do with wrestling, but that's what everybody from wrestling does. That's what everybody does today. They go to the internet, they find show. We're out the dog from Tom and Jerry. So what? I know plenty of fucking Butches. My stepfather's uncle. Well, my uncle's name was Butch. And
I mean, if you say if
I had a problem, Uncle Butch was coming with a gun though. He only had one eye.
If you ask a common person who they know,
from, the rap group that had the one eye, Bushwick Bill and shit. He had one eye. Fucked me up in the head. He did.
Ghetto Boys.
The Ghetto Boys. But yo, he had one eye, dog. He was all fucked up, but he would fuck you up. He would get a gun on you in a heartbeat. Go ahead.
If you ask a common person, who is Sting? Do you think they're saying Sting the singer, or do you think they're going to do Sting with the wrestler? Just a common person.
I apologize. Mm-hmm. No one knows Sting. If you say Sting, they're going to say the singer. The Sting we know will be the one that come to us. Like when my wife gets mad about WCW, that stands for Women Champion. Does not stand for Women Crush Wednesday. Don't get mad. It's World Championship Wrestling. So don't ask me where's my WCW, because that shit means wrestling to me. Okay, so go ahead, guys.
We got the Brock Lesnar segment with Paul Heyman. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought instead of Brock quote unquote leaving, I just thought he was going to take that shit out on the Usos, which I thought would have been a much better thing, other than what
they did.
Yeah.
Well, the
we got
Usos made me
Usos.
mad. They made me mad with that. I was disappointed by that.
About
they better
what?
give me some multiple tag team matches, or meaning them having more than just Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura as their opponent. I better get a ladder match, a 5-way tag or 4-way tag, fucking something, than Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs at WrestleMania. That is completely just
That'll be on if it is, then it'll be on a pre-show.
And that's the shame. I'll be walking in the building and I miss it. I miss it.
You already know what
you know what
means to us.
Listen, I ain't gonna front to you. To me, it's not end with an attitude. It's legitimately National Wrestling Alliance. I knew that first. I knew National Wrestling Alliance. So when I see NWA, I do not think about the group first.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this one thing. Nobody was looking at fucking WWF.
Thank you.
And said, "Yeah, damn,
yeah.
shit, goddamn." That's what I was about to say. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. See,
there we go.
Smart, intelligent wrestling fans, right there. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
So weekend wrestling overall. You got something to finish off? Go ahead, because you want to talk about this. You want to talk about my girl, Charlotte. Oh shit. The greatest women's wrestler.
He's got those kids trained. I swear on everything, y'all.
Of all time, Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey recuperate their story from 3-4 years ago.
I thought it was going to happen.
You know what? You can't beat that from what happened the first time. To recreate that, old fans are like, "Oh, they just did that." Everything in wrestling's done over. It wasn't better than the first time, but I was here for it nevertheless. Go ahead.
It was good. It was pretty good. However, it's something about the promos between those two I just don't like.
You missed the SmackDown show on Friday. It's Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey is not the Ronda Rousey that we loved that was here before. But she's not delivering anymore on the microphone.
Said that she came out in an interview and said that Vince told her that, you know, she forgetting this ain't UFC.
Mm-hmm.
And she's forgetting that you're to play a character. She's still trying to go off of the shit that she was doing when she was getting her hair done, was like wrestling is fake.
Yeah.
Like she's still trying to go off of that. And WWE is trying to back her as this baby face, but she's still like just when she walks through the ring, you can still see like she's in her mind, she's still thinking of having the fucking mean ass scowl, and then she was like, "Oh shit, I gotta smile." Like it's like the fakest smile that you can ever see.
Can I get a blind tag for 1 second?
Surpasses,
please. I don't care about your list. It's your list. On my list, in case you didn't fucking hear me the first time, Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Okay? It's your list. It's all right. So it's okay. And Britt Baker will never pass Charlotte Flair. And the Knoxxx means never.
Do we have a poll option here? Do we have a poll option? Because we don't.
But they can come in. I don't give a fuck with it. No offense. I love the fans. You know I do. But that's their list. It's my list. It don't have to be your list.
Then you say, in my opinion,
I don't want to say in my opinion. I'm saying what I feel. You say what you feel.
What do you do? What are you so mad for? What are you so mad for?
You like
go get a ham and cheese sandwich.
First of all, I'm not mad. I've been drinking all day. I had some relations today, and I'm doing a show talking about wrestling. I'm gonna play W2K when I'm done. I'm in a great goddamn mood. So I don't know. Charmaine, she is to me. Okay. My list has Sasha Banks number 1. No offense, Wally. That's a bad list to put Sasha Banks first. But you know what, though? It's your list. It's your list. You can't put a number 1 Sasha Banks number 1 because you like her better. Where's her achievements? What has Sasha Banks ever fucking done in his business? Everybody wants to put Sasha Banks, not everybody, but my black fans want to put Sasha Banks number 1. She's never won a fucking thing that mattered in an important match ever. Every time there's an important match with Sasha Banks, she fucking loses. Every time. Every time. And no offense, just like LeBron James can't be the GOAT because his mom slept his teammate, Sasha Banks never be number one because she married a seamstress. There it is.
That has nothing. First of all, that has absolutely nothing to do. You just wanted to clown and say that shit. Second of all, you cannot sit up there. We're not going through counting wins and losses. You just said Sasha hadn't won anything, and then going to sit up there. We've said wins and losses don't matter in professional wrestling, but then you're going to say she hasn't won anything. So what side of the spectrum are we on this one?
I'm on the side of the spectrum where it does all matter. Listen, when you make a list to anybody, I've been teaching this for 13 years. It's got to have criteria. That's all I'm saying. If you put criteria together that matter to you in wrestling, that is championships, because that's part of the story. It is how they've done storylines, unfortunately. It is, do they sell merchandise? It is, have they moved the needle? What does it matter? The reason why the New Day will be on everybody's list is because the New Day has sold more merch than anybody other than NWO as a faction and DX. They're the only two factions that's ever surpassed the New Day. If we saw all the time,
that's because they keep fucking selling the shit.
You on my side? Where's the Hurt business broke up? What did MVP say? If you like the us so much, then why didn't you buy the merchandise? That shit matters. It does matter, guys. You can't tell me I love the Mega Powers, but you didn't buy a Mega Powers fucking t-shirt. Because that's what moves the needle. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying. Hold on, what did he say? What the fuck are you talking about, my whiskey? I am not bashing. First of all, she ain't your wife. All right, unless you're a seamstress who's Asian, Michael Smith. And I know you. So you're not an Asian seamstress. Okay. Do you have Nikki Bella over Sasha? Yes, I do. I have Nikki Bella in my top 5. You've seen my list. We can go over this anytime you guys want to have a show. I would debate you about why Nikki Bella is over Sasha Banks. It's not about what I like better. This isn't a me list. This isn't a, oh God, I love the Chicago Club.
Clearly it is. Clearly it is.
It's not, because I told you before, if you want to be honest, to this whole women's list, no one's better than China. No one's better than China. I don't put China on the list because she's bigger than
we talking about? Hold up. When you say this goofy soliloquy about Charlotte Flair
almost cut you off the show,
being the greatest women's wrestler of all the times, when you say that dumb shit,
first of all, right? It's dumb. Fuck you.
Hold on. I had the flow.
You ain't gonna call my shit dumb. That's all. I'm gonna defend that. Go ahead.
When you say this soliloquy about her being the greatest female wrestler,
yes,
not performer, not WWE superstar.
That's all encompassing.
She is not a better wrestler than Natalia.
That's all encompassing. First of all, stop, because you're embarrassing yourself. Yeah, get the fuck up and walk away, because you're embarrassing yourself.
You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind.
What do you think a professional wrestler is? It's everything.
No, because now
it's not just in the fucking ring. You want to promote the tires so fucking much.
Merchandise sales and shirt sales. Like nobody gives a fuck about them damn shirts. They want. How you going to compare? How you going to compare the NWO? How you going to compare NWO merch sales when NWO has been over with for fucking 20 years and they still selling NWO merchandise? Of course, New Day isn't going to surpass them. So
in 15 years they should sell New Day merchandise? No, you want to get your soliloquy over. You call mine.
No. You're going to talk about wrestling. If we talking wrestling, not this entertainment bullshit, and not this Charlotte Flair getting the titles.
Bullshit. This is the same guy who said he didn't like AEW on Revolution.
Okay, it wasn't entertaining. It wasn't entertaining to me.
Guess what? That's to that fan base.
Do you want
wrestling in the ring is entertaining? When it comes
do you want an entertainer? Do you want an entertainer or do you want a wrestler when you say that statement?
First of all,
what you want? What you want?
I'm going to answer the question. If you
just a question. Either or. Just one word. Either or.
I'm not going to let you do that to me. It's not an either or. Professional wrestling is everything. You have to be entertaining in the ring. You have to be good in the ring. You have to be able to tell a story. That's what professional wrestling is. If you think for 1 second, because you're the greatest fucking wrestler in the bingo hall, you're going to stay in the fucking bingo hall. Last time I checked, where's Offspring? Where's Will Offspring? Oh, the greatest wrestler in the ring ain't nowhere. You know why? Because he can't fucking sell merchandise. Because he can't talk on a microphone. It goes together. To think for any second because you're good in the ring as you want to keep bringing Natalya up. No one's shitting on Natalya. No one's shitting on. That's all it was about.
I'm glad that you just said it. I'm glad that you just said this. I'm glad that you just said it.
But Natalya will never be fucking Charlotte Flair. That's not her
fault.
fault.
She can wrestle circles around Charlotte. Please stop it.
I wouldn't say circles.
All right. Anyway, I'm glad that you just brought up the point of Will Ospreay, right? Because we gonna talk about these merchandise sales and all this bullshit. AJ Styles, to anybody, people didn't know who the fuck AJ Styles was if they didn't watch TNA, right? So okay, he goes off to the Indies, he goes off to New Japan. Still, he's not getting these sales. He's not getting these sales in shirts. So, but still, they recognize AJ Styles as the best wrestler in the world. So they're doing the same thing to Will Ospreay, and you're saying that, oh, he's not it because he's not selling merchandise and he's not on a big platform. I mean the
merchandise part, that's not fair to him. But I'm talking about as far as if Will Ospreay was as good as every fan thinks he is, he would be somewhere else by now. Whether it's WWE, of course, I don't care about that.
Is that by the industry choice or is that by his choice? That's the thing that we never know.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that.
I mean saying like this is the thing that we get into when we say WWE released somebody. Like they released somebody. Why did they release this person? How do you not know that this person was a difficult person to work with? How do you not know that this person they just were a liability to the company more than they were an asset? You don't know. But the thing is, we always want to blame the bigger name, which is the company, and not the person. How many times one of your homeboys say, "Yeah, I got fired today."
Yeah,
I got fired today, right? And you're like, "Damn, man, what you do?" And the first thing they say is, they tried to say,
I failed my drug test.
No, it wasn't no they tried to say. They told your ass what you did wrong. You knew it was wrong, but you thought you was going to get away with it.
Listen, all I'm saying is, and you know this, and I'll be honest, it ain't often I think you're doing something for the people. Wrestling's all. I'm being honest. Wrestling's all encompassing. It's at the end of the day, and that leads me to my point right now. Right, moving into who we're going to talk about today, our best Scott Hall moments. Okay. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, is not just good. Listen, I would venture to say, next to Kane, next to The Undertaker, that Razor Ramon is the greatest gimmick ever made. Because that gimmick of being Razor Ramon stayed the same as him being Scott Hall. Stayed the same. Because no matter, listen, no one's ever said that Scott Hall was a in-ring technician. But everything else that comes from it, I use an example again. People think Carmella sucks. What have I said for 3 years here? That Mella is money. Because your girl, Ruby Riott, okay? Everybody's favorite, my girl, all right? Some people are great in the ring. Your girl, Natalya, she can't fucking sell on a microphone for shit. But that motherfucker Razor Ramon can. Scott Hall can't. Can't nobody see you know you got your green screen up, right? We don't see nothing but hands. Good. So you can sit there. I can, if you want to just talk on if you want to just text the whole time, I can just remove you. You can come back in 5 minutes.
I'm just waiting for you to get done with your soliloquy.
I'm talking about Razor Ramon right now. I'm moving on.
You went from Carmella. You know.
Well, no, I was making a point. I was making a point about not always being great in the ring, but great everywhere else, which is Scott Hall. Okay. When I first took notice of Scott Hall, one of my favorite moments of Scott Hall. This is when I became a fan of Scott Hall, and it was very, very, very early. Remember when wrestling was great, and you got vignettes? It was the vignettes of this guy coming that made me a fan.
He was in a hood with 8 gold chains on, silk shirts.
With 8 gold
the motherfucker was Scarface reincarnated. They said if Scarface came to wrestling, this is the guy he would be.
This is the guy he would be. You know what's funny? Those chains are in WWE 2K20, and those are chains my guy rocks in the ring. No bullshit. I rock the Scott Hall chains right there. Okay, but these vignettes of this guy right here, Scott Hall, was just amazing. Now, I brought this picture to life because this is one of my, and let's before I even go there, you knew this guy was.
They be selling those shirts too.
Yeah, well, I don't remember that one. I wish I would have known that.
Yeah, they selling Scott Hall shirts now.
Okay,
check the WWE shop, John.
One of the best. This is how you knew the guy was loved. When every fan, first of all, Vince, you were retarded for this one. Excuse me, Mama. to think that we would ever give these guys right here credit. That was Razor and Diesel. No, we know who Razor and Diesel is. It ain't these guys.
They're the same fucking height.
And that's Kane, by the way. Okay, that's Kane, by the way, as Diesel. But
didn't the fake Razor die?
I think he did. I'm not sure. I see Vaughn saying yes backstage. One of my favorite moments that's never talked about when it comes to this guy was the rivalry he had with this guy right here. Was this rivalry he had with Goldust. Goldust got the fake tattoo of Razor on his heart. This one you didn't know if Goldust was gay or not.
Gay or not, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They played it so well. Like, we think he's gay, but he's just eccentric, right? And that rivalry for me, hands down, one of the best. Everybody talks about, this moment, Dice, the ladder match moment, right?
Infamous pose.
The infamous pose, probably one of the greatest poses in wrestling history. The reason why I wanted to have one of these belts right here. Okay,
that's the best belt in my opinion. It's my top 3 of belts. It's my top 3 of belts.
I'm actually going to rebuy it because I have it in the yellow strap, as you can see. I also have it in the white strap as well, Vaughn. I have the white strap. Here's my thing. I didn't think it was worthy of buying extra belts at the time when I was getting my belts. It was buying extra straps, right? There was like $20 to buy it. You just switch the belt out. So I have the white strap, not the white belt, as you guys have seen me pose before with the white belt. That strap has been signed by so many guys, I don't even want to take it out no more. And this yellow one needs to be put up as well. My belts are super old. So any belt guys out there that makes re-leather belts, come on at me. I got you. All my belts need re-leather, and I'll give you all the money you need as long as you give me a good discount. But that infamous moment, Dice, winning that Intercontinental belt against Shawn Michaels, my favorite guy of all time. The match that Razor was the opposite of what you hear about Triple H. I don't think, to me, you heard me say this before, everybody digs a hole. Everybody has a shovel. But him getting over the 1, 2, 3 kid was amazing. Everything he did with his best friend, the outsiders, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, was amazing. But this moment here is my second favorite moment in Scott Hall's history. Because back then, you still thought wrestling was real. He showed up on Nitro, and you were like, yo, fucking Razor Ramon's on Nitro. We didn't know who he was. And all he kept saying is, oh, the big guy. There was no dirt sheets back then that people knew. Who was he talking about? No one knew he was fired from WWF at the time. No one knew that. They thought really that WWF guys were invading WCW. Your thoughts on Razor Ramon, man, in some of your moments.
I touched on it earlier. The match he had with Shawn Michaels, the ladder match.
I think there's a 1, 2, 3s in the background right there.
the introduction to the ladder match, if you will.
And there was one before this. It was untelevised, by the way.
Yeah. But this is like this is
the one everybody puts on the map for being, absolutely.
So is this the greatest singles ladder match? Because I think so.
I think next to this, here's the thing. I personally put The Rock and Triple H SummerSlam over this one.
It's very good. I got it number 2 on my list.
I have this number 2 on my list is this match. And something against neither guy in the ring. But what makes it number 1 in a lot of people's lists is they use one fucking ladder. I think maybe 2 the whole time. I think it's one ladder used this entire match, and you don't get that in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that in wrestling.
Well, the thing is, like, you look at a guy like you look at Shawn Michaels, right? You look at Shawn, you say, yeah, absolutely, he could, he looks like the prototype ladder wrestler today, right? Mm-hmm. He's small. Well, you look at a guy like Razor Ramon, he's like what, 6'8"? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like 6'8", 240, 250, can do a choke slam just as good as fucking the Giant or fucking Undertaker. Like, he's a big guy and he's doing this ladder match. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you look at a guy like him, and I mean at that point in time, we didn't know what a ladder match guy looks like. He's not a high flyer, but now we see high flyers in so many ladder matches. It kind of like shows you that like Razor was like in his own class. He was definitely in his own class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta go with that. Another moment for me, was, of course, the showing up, you know who I am, you don't know why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
That promo. And then the infamous taser.
Mm-hmm.
The infamous taser to Goldberg.
Yeah, how you beat
Goldberg? I laughed so much.
You get a cattle prod. You cattle prod that motherfucker. You cattle prod him. I ain't know what a cattle prod was until then. Like, what's it called? A cattle prod.
Listen, you literally, as a kid, I thought he killed that man. I thought he killed that man.
He should have been WWF champion.
He should have been. But he should have been a WWF.
But he left.
Champion. Yep.
He left. And that height, for what it's worth. And again, you hear the talk that Vince would say, I couldn't keep people with the contracts they were giving out. I couldn't guarantee that money. But the best thing that ever happened to Vince was the fact those guys left. To be honest,
he didn't have. Yeah, absolutely.
What the hell? They're coming out of here.
Of course, the 1, 2, 3 match. You know what? No lie, I swear to beans. Before I started paying real attention to wrestling, I thought 1, 2, 3 Kid and Kid Cash was the same wrestler. Don't really. Let's move on.
No, I let that rock. That's okay.
As much as Scott Hall has been through in his career, professionally and personally, I think that we should always remember the good stuff that he did throughout his career. And he's had some dark days. I mean, when you talk about people in professions and they have some dark demons, he's definitely one of the guys. Like he was like the DMX of fucking 90s wrestlers and shit. Like he had just as much problems as DMX did. I mean, everything that he did for wrestling, he may have not have been a main guy, but he played a pivotal role in the evolution of what we now see as things with factions, with interfering, with, mind games, with promos. He's played a very integral part in the way that these guys develop now. And I think that,
you see that bullshit?
Something like that, it needs to.
I can't even get
one. But for the course of his career,
no one will ever call it insider's edge. It will always be a razor's edge. Yeah.
Razor's edge, outsider's edge, whatever. But those are the 1, 2 names that come to mind when you say that when it's that move. Every part of his career I've enjoyed. From the golden era of, is that the golden era? Next what generation was he?
He was actually next gen. He was the next generation.
Next generation. Okay, that's what, 90 to 94. Something like that.
You know what's weird? You bring it up. King Mo _ Eden asked me, how come when people talk about eras in wrestling, no era is ever counted as a WCW NWA era? Do they have an era? Every time somebody says era, they say golden era. We know what that is. That's automatically Hulk. And those guys with Macho Man in them. You get the next generation guys, which is the Razor Ramones, the Macho, the Shawn Michaels and Bret Harts in them. Then after that, you went right to the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression. Why don't WCW have an era?
I don't think they didn't have a basing this off of my memory, right? I'm 34, so it's like but from what I remember and looking back through old clips and all that stuff, like I don't remember there being like an influx of talent, like an influx of guard changing in WCW. It like most of the stuff was kind of a switch.
I think WWF.
I think WWF had you kind of knew.
No, I get what you're saying.
They hit that stride because
I think they did it.
Michaels is on, Triple H is on, Rock is gaining steam. Like you started to see,
but they actually gave eras names though. WCW didn't give them names, but if you look at it, you had your Sam Houstons, your natural Dustin Rhodes, you had your Stings, you had the Magnum T eras, you had the Vader era when those guys, when Big Van Vader came in, into when you had the Luchadors and the NWO. Like they just didn't specify what they were.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The best time at WCW was like 95 to like 98.
I disagree with that. I would disagree with that because I'm an NWA. Cause I would never call it WCW.
So you going with the WCW with the yellow logo
during
the
the 80s,
yellow and light blue
during the 80s. No, I would never call it WCW. It was NWA to me.
Okay,
right? That whole color logo era you called. No, they needed to go to the WCW with Nitro and all that kind of stuff, which they did. That era was horrible, right? No offense, but it had great wrestling during that time. You had Steven Regal and Beautiful Bobby Eaton as a tag team. You know what I'm saying? You had Flair with the short haircut, right? It was a good era of the Ric Flair era. They call it. I guess it would be the Ric Flair era, but I thought they had eras. But get back to Scott Hall so we can go ahead and get out of here with the review on 2K.
In closing, if he happens to leave, this earth, I think for any person that's been an Intercontinental Champion in the history of their time in WWE, they need to pay homage to him. I personally, he's probably top 3 greatest Intercontinental Champion in my opinion strictly, but I think that
I'm just curious. I want to know, is Miz your top 3?
5.
Okay, I was just wondering if he's gonna put him 3. I know you got Jericho in there.
I think Jericho's my 1.
Okay, who else you have is in there with 3 if Scott Hall's in there? I'm just curious.
Shawn Michaels is in there.
Okay, I was curious. Go ahead. No, sir, I thought you were gonna say the Miz. I'm not gonna lie.
Any normal like if normally yes he would be, but like I said, I've been on my Scott Hall kick all day, rewatching and rereading.
I did win with Scott Hall last night in the game. I did win with Scott Hall in the game last night, by the way.
Didn't pin me though.
I did not. I don't have to pay you to win.
Like,
I still won.
Looking back, it gives you much more appreciation for what he brought to those contenders of that title. So I had to bump Miz down. Yes, Miz is a great champion, but like Razor is something like we've never seen before, and we'll never see again. That's for damn sure.
Hey, Derek, I like that. I was a huge UWF fan. I don't see what that has to do with the eras, though. So maybe I'm not, you know what I mean? And what? No, Macho Man? No, that's his list, and that's fine. That's his list. It's some lists
that was only 3 people. That was only 3 people out of my 5.
For me, I would go Macho Man. I would go Razor because of the matches that he had with Shawn Michaels, the matches that he had with Goldust. And honestly, I think I would have to go Jericho in there. You know what I mean? And honorable mention to the Miz. But again, this is on the spot thinking, so we're gonna let that go for right now.
Let's next week. Let's put that on. Let's put that on the
and wrestlers of his era loves him. Shout out to this look we should never forget.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
The New Day coming out. That was amazing. I loved it.
Kofi I downloaded the picture, so I wanted to make sure I got that.
Kevin Nash and Xavier as Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. I loved it. I marked the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie.
We were here together. We both was like, yo, this is insane. So
I marked out.
Real fast, a little bit of time left in the program. I want to talk about this game that came out this past week that a lot of fans are absolutely loving. They love it. You can't tell them
loving
nothing.
and hating.
Loving and hating. And I'm one of the people who is loving and hating the game. And that is WWE 2K22. It hits different. Does it? These graphics are amazing. Look at old Brock Lesnar. Look at this dodging system. I love this part of the game. You just whoop, dip. Oh, you thought you got me? No, you didn't. I love the story mode and the Mind Rise mode. I think the graphics are amazing. I think the action is amazing. I would damn near put this game top 3 of all time already after playing the game for just a week. The issue with this game is the same things we always have, is why I'm one of the few minority people who is rooting for EA to get this game. EA never has server issues. Never. I don't care what you tell me. If they're having a service maintenance issue, they tell you they're having a service maintenance issue.
Well, in their defense, they did. They did
for once.
But
guess what? But here's your boy. I have had a problem with 2K servers for the last 5 years, and you know that.
I never had problems with this.
I can only play online on old gen and under a different fucking gamer tag. But as they put out today, they're still having server issues. It's not just me. It's a lot of folks. So again, the servers have technically nothing to do with the game. It really doesn't. So speaking from the game standpoint in itself, Dice, I would honestly give this game a 4. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry. It doesn't have interest customizations, which I find, which we've had this talk.
Boy, you went off. You went off for that shit. And I was like, yeah, I was in a party and somebody, I forgot who it was. They was like, yeah, Mike said, oh, it was Billy. Billy said, yeah, Mike said he ain't fucking with the customization. So you can't do your interest. I was like, honestly, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still able to put together a really good interest for my guy that match my guy personality.
That's not the fucking point.
Half the time you're gonna get tired of seeing the shit anyway.
I don't give a fuck. That means I can change it whenever I want to. As majority of WWE wrestling fans and wrestling game fans in general, to have the customization, go back to the old big Xbox where you could put in your own music.
Well, you put your own. Listen, I still got a big Xbox.
It was about customization. That's been the best part about this game. And to take that out, I do hear there is some, they're talking about putting some kind of patch in to actually bring that. Because a lot of fans, not just me, were married. Was can't see it. Was mad about.
They're not going to do that.
But overall,
wait. The patch is going to do what?
To take. They might bring those intros back in there. I see the comments you're reading. Give me 1 second. He says I would say top 3, Mike. Derek chimes in. For those who didn't know Scott Hall back in '96, when you can go watch the AEW team. Yep, him and Kurt Angle. The crowd is accurate, silent, and dead as. You need to turn your volume up because my crowd be loud. DC, do I buy or no? I bought it, but haven't opened it yet. I think hell yeah. I think and I'm gonna give you my grade right here. I would give it honestly. This is not your belt. This is my belt. The first belt I ever had, first championship my wife ever bought me, was the undisputed title with Brock Lesnar at the time. That's my favorite belt up there with the Winged Eagle and so forth. I would give this probably a 5.7. Like it's only because of the things that are personal to me that it does not have, which one thing I've complained about for years. Dice knows this. Man, why can't I play my online tag team versus your online tag team? I paid a fool. Why do I download all these tag teams?
Fuck y'all tag teams up.
Now, you can do that, right? There's still no online interests, which I don't like because if I'm playing a private match between him and I should be able to see his intro. He should be able to see mine. Again, these are online issues, but the game in which itself, how it plays, I get No Mercy, Wrestlemania 2000 vibes. And that's my favorite genre of these video games. And most people, Wrestlemania 2000 is mine. No Mercy is yours. Most people is No Mercy. But I love Wrestlemania 2000. The fact you can do so much customization in your moves. The fact that, it's a little bit of a fighting game and a wrestling game. I actually kind of dig. Because when you're playing against my kids, Dice, you saw this yesterday. They're going to X button the fuck out you. They want to kick you. They want to hit you.
It's so easy to reverse that shit.
You can reverse them because you know what they're going to do. Like with me, I want to grab you. Right? So it's a little bit of strategy going on here. I love the game. I'm going to give it a 5.7 out of 5. A 4.7, I'm sorry, out of 5. Undisputed. You know what? Just for today, I'm going to change that grade.
I'm going to give it 4.7. I can't judge it off of 5. I can't judge it off of 5 points. I got to go to 10. I got to put mine at 10. I can't do it off of 5.
Okay. What you got?
Man,
I really need a new strap. I got this shit shedding everywhere like I got a dog.
You know what? Today I went on WWEshop.com. Oh my gosh! I just went on WWEshop.com and looked at just Razor Ramon stuff.
Wrestlemania 2000. This might be this is in my top 2, Tyrone. I think I might give this game is really good. Go ahead, Dad.
They have title belts, $100 off all titles. Almost ordered the purple Razor Ramon Intercontinental.
I guarantee that goes back up to $500.
It probably will.
It was like $259 last week. Yeah, it hasn't been selling. That belt will sell out in the next 24 hours. If that man,
you better get if you're
better get it right now.
That belt,
you better get
that belt
right now.
It will be $500. It's a beautiful belt. You got a toothpick holder in it. It's a beautiful belt.
It comes with 4 toothpicks in it.
But
and he plays 2K all the time. 2K, NBA 2K. He means wrestling wise doesn't have server issues.
Wrestling wise, I've never had an issue with 2K servers. But my view on the game, I think it's a beautiful game. if you just love pro wrestling, it's a really beautiful game. But if you are gung ho on the details of, you know, entrances and entrance music and which iteration
But offline, all that's there though.
Yeah, but I mean, like I got tired of my Seth Rollins feud because he had the Messiah music and I fucking hated it, right? Like I skipped it every time. So if you can deal, this is
you haven't gone online and done the new stuff. Like I've gone online and updated for, you know, there's always somebody that's smarter than us, right? Updated Seth Rollins to the new Seth Rollins. I've updated Roman to the new Roman. The Uso to the new Uso.
But was it a creative version? It was a creative version.
Remember, where these guys, you got to think. What they do is because they're supers, they're in the game, right? They take their stuff, they edit, so it becomes an alternate attire. So my Seth Rollins doesn't have the red; he has the white. I even got a Seth Rollins in an alternate attire that has the pirate boots. You know what I'm saying? I have Austin Theory. I have those guys. So when people say like I have the one picture here about what's missing from the game. That's a lot missing, but we have smart guys. I want to get some shots out real fast. Dice. I found this guy on Twitter that has to be the best creator I've ever seen in making video game guys.
What's his tag? If he's known, I'll tell you.
Give me 1 second because I followed him. I thought I closed my phone so I can keep it.
If you are a fan of wrestling, or if you used to be a fan of wrestling games and you kind of fell off of them, this is a really good game to get back into. It's a really good game. It's a fun game. It's very arcadey, but still simulation style.
Mm-hmm.
All your matches are going to be very fun, very back and forth. It's not like you can just dominate the whole time.
Icon 2K.
He's very known.
Is he? Okay, you know me. Known. I don't do that. Listen, this dude's shit is everybody I already downloaded. I'm going to go to delete because I just found him today. Man, I think I got some of his stuff already anyway. But it's Omega. His Moxley, I
just sent you something on Facebook really quick. I need you to take a look at that. We can close it out with that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Riz Ramon.
8 out of 10. Wow, that's not. I thought you get a little higher than that.
Because when you take things in consideration that it's outdated, that there's still things missing that we really wanted, and working on a game for 2 years. We deserved a lot better. This should have been a 10 out of 10.
It should have
been. It should have been a 10 out of 10. Like when NBA Live comes back,
it will be.
It needs to be a 10. It has to be. It will be updated every day. And this is the thing, a reason why I would say that if WWE decides that they want to terminate their contract with 2K and go to EA, I am all 100%.
I'm all for it. I'm an EA mark. So
EA has beautiful character models in most of their games. 2, they update their shit on a daily.
So he got his 320 for his belt.
On a daily. So I am fine. 2K has run its course. At this point in time, I think 2K is a piece of shit company. And the only way that you are going to be able to make 2K change is you have to stop. You have to be against it. You have to be against it.
The VC, the fact they even sell VC for this game is insulting.
The fucking 2K YouTubers, stop going by what they fucking say. They are not the end all to be all of gaming. Play the game that you like to play. Stop trying to exploit the game, because this is the reason why 2K keeps getting fucked up every fucking year. And we still buy the shit. Why? Because there's no basketball online. There's no basketball anywhere else that you can play. So of course you're going to play it.
And it's with this, whatever this is.
Tony Storm. Is that
an OnlyFans?
Tony Storm. I don't know if it's an OnlyFans or not, but she shut the shit down last night when she put this shit up. Tony Storm says she got some exclusive content coming.
Hey, listen.
So
now she's gonna whore herself out.
Did she really give out? She really gave up wrestling professionally to be on OnlyFans. I'm not saying that I'm going to pay for it, but I got my Reddit on.
I got my Reddit's on lock. So
my Reddit is on bookmark.
With that being said, take your toothpicks.
Hey, listen. Hold up, not yet. Hey, are we streaming? We're gonna do some wrestling. We're gonna do some WWE 2K. I got a Madden game to play. And like,
see my finger to your Madden game.
I got a Madden game, but after that,
Mike Knoxxx. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. The game, it is Mike Knoxxx. Mike Knoxxx Gaming on Facebook and on Twitter. We'll be there in a second. Listen, we love you guys. Thank you for your comments.
Like and follow my page. Z is Silent. I'll be streaming from right there.
I
got banned.
I want to thank people. We all got banned. Be careful with this WWE shit. You got.
If you are streaming, if you plan on streaming,
you got blocked.
Do not click the stream button until you go to the options
all the way in the game. No,
creator mode.
No, even then, wait till you're all the way in the game, because even in that creator mode, there's
about follow the Victorious Ones podcast. Shout out to King Vaughn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's that at? We got that right here. There we go.
Right
there. And Vaughn, if you want to play Vaughn, there go his gamer tag for PlayStation Network. Okay. Mine, real fast, right here on every platform. I spelled that wrong. I didn't spell it wrong, but it didn't have no capital letters in there. No, I didn't spell it wrong because it didn't have no capital letters in there. You know, monsters with capital letters. The game V1. Okay. Real fast. Listen, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. Our prayers and thoughts are out there with Mr. Machismo himself. So with that being said, guys, we are out of here. Peace. Oh, should I hit the button?
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million man.
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knoxxx. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss,